Hello, my name is Sean Daugherty, and I'm running for Montana State Governor. I really wanted to make an introduction video to just kind of throw down some base values that I've got for this campaign. I'm going to make some more videos later on to kind of really hone in on these ideals and some of these base principles that I really want to dive into. But for now, it's just going to be a generalization of what I'm really going for here. I really want to focus on communication in all parties with all the people that are going to be working with me. When I'm running as state governor, there is no opposition, just somebody else with maybe a differing view. But their passion is still well deserved. Whoever I'm going to be going up against, I'm not really up against them. I'm not against anybody in this world. We're all really working together for the same goal, and it's up to us to communicate and bridge communication so that we can strive and live together on these things. And so when I'm going through this, there will be no slandering of the other party, talking bad on them. That's just wrong. It's about uplifting them. Maybe they have a different ideal that I don't agree with. Instead of belittling them on something that they believe in, I make my statement on what I believe in. And people can weigh both of those. Don't bash on them. Maybe it is a good point. I'll just bring up my point. And then we can all discuss it and communicate. This whole left side, right side, Democrat, Republican, I'm not running as either. I really don't think I am going to, at least. I'm more of a social engineer because I believe in what the Democrats have to say, and I believe what the Republicans have to say, and I believe what the Green Party has to say, and the Libertarian Party. And I agree with these things. But we've become so divided that, we're divided. Democrat, Republican, Green Party. Weren't we the United States of America at some point? Weren't we united? Doesn't feel that way sometimes these days. One of the other things I'm going to really be focusing on too is not receiving any money, not spending large sums of money on advertisement. No need. Really? Somebody spends $1 million on advertisements to get reelected? It's just a political game at that point to them. $1 million would do so much. Could do so much. If used intelligently. Not frivolously. And sure as hell not on advertisements to get reelected. Trying to prove that you're better or you're the best and you're going to pay some money to slander this person or pay some money to do this. That's not right. I'm not going to be receiving any money in any sort for that. Also, because I'm not going to have my vote bought either by some big company that wants this bill or this bill passed, or some political party that wants this bill passed, and so they're going to pay me $500,000, $2 million to put my veto in, put my vote in. That's not what it's about. It's not. And that's being purchased, and that's corruption through money, and we see that a lot today, and that's wrong. I really kind of also want to try focusing more locally too. You know, Montana's awesome. I love you guys. There's a reason I'm running for Montana State Governor. I love Montana. I moved back here as fast as I could. I moved to Oregon for 2-3 years and then came crawling back. I will always love this place. This is a beautiful state. And you know, man, I don't get me wrong, I love this world. I love everything this world has to offer, but, you know, focusing locally is going to be really important. We can lead through example here in Montana. We can be the best we can be. We can lead through example. We can do good for ourselves so that we can do good for others. Those are just some core values that I really wanted to touch up on. You know, the communication. Key. I'm not receiving any money either. No. I'm going to be one with the people, running with the people, as the people. I'm going to keep working my dishwashing job. I'm going to keep working my 3D modeling job. And I'll just, whatever the heck happens from there for my finances, and then I can dump into that. Maybe I can just dump it into something else. But I definitely don't want to dump it into just advertisement. I'll create some videos, do some social media platforms. I'll spend some money to pay the dude to create the website, to pay somebody to help me with the social media. I'm not going to, the rest of it, come on, guys, really. Some of the political games we've been playing these days is absurd. We could be doing so much better for ourselves. It's time to get politicians out and to get more social engineers in that can actually engineer better society instead of just playing games. I want to quick touch up now that I've hit the 5 minute mark. I do actually want to hit on some of my ideals. I'm not going to get too much into detail on them. I might kind of skim over them just a little bit. I really want to, for this whole campaign, I want to focus on sustainability and renewables here in Montana. No, food waste. We can change that. Progression towards solar and wind programs. That's going to be awesome. Food management programs is going to be awesome. Housing and agricultural market overviews is going to be really cool. The agricultural field is massive. Agriculture is your food, your dinner table. It's how you eat. It's your agricultural industry right there. The housing industry, sustainability on housing. It's kind of something it's interesting to think about, but we're going to run out of room on housing at some point. Missoula Valley's not going to stay the same size. Not going to just grow. The mountains aren't just going to expand. It's going to continue to spread out through those valleys. Helena's going to continue to spread out. Bozeman, Butte, man, it's just going to keep going. The housing market, how's that going to affect? What are we going to do with that? There's a lot we need to talk about, and I'm going to keep going into those in different videos, but I would just want to touch up on these things. Sustainability, renewables. Taxes, local economy reform. Man, who the hell wants to talk about taxes? How annoying. Local economy reform. Now, that sounds really intimidating, really scary. But the economy, what is the economy? The economy is the labor that we have, the labor that you put in. It's the trees around us. When you cut down a tree, that is part of the economy. When you build a house, that is part of the economy. When you work, you are part of the economy. When COVID hit and they told, oh, hey, all non-essential workers, we're just going to say you can't work anymore. Guess what happened to the economy? It crashed. Restaurants couldn't sell their food. Farmers couldn't sell their food. You had people just not being able to work. No money, no flow of economy. And I'm not just talking about money as the economy, because if you take money out of the entire equation, just no money, it's the farmers, it's the workers, it's the food on the table. That's the economy. So local economy reform, what I'm talking about is no more of the workers that are doing menial jobs such as McDonald's, having to sit there on a fryer all day, flipping burgers all day, man. People that are stuck doing menial things like behind a till doing groceries, just sitting there just checking out all day. It's terrible. There's a lot of stuff that we can utilize to help people out of those situations and to help our local economy out so that we can be better tomorrow. We'll get more on that. Business and schooling. I also want to get into business and schooling. The businesses around the schools too, and the schools ourselves. Our educational system is very important. That is our foundation, is our educational system, is the schools. They teach our children, and our children grow up to become adults, and then those adults want to become teachers, and then those teachers go in to go teach. And so that's how the foundation works, is when you teach them, they become the next generation, the next generation, the next generation. Think of like a cell dividing and over and over and over and over again. Well, we need to create a good foundation so that when it continually grows, it's okay. When you're building a house, a good foundation, you need to be able to have that good foundation. So when you build that big structure up, you keep going, it's going to hold. It's going to hold all that weight we've got. We have a failed educational system today. It's unfortunately not doing what it needs to do. Yeah, hey, I know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Hey, I know a couple weird chemical formulas I'll never see in my entire life. Hey, maybe I know a little bit more about, I don't know. Oh, damn. See how failed it is? I can't even bring up some of this stuff. I think math is important. Home ec, really important. Some of the sciences we've got, really important. I think that we can fine-tune like the directional sciences and some of the more finite sciences, but we really do need to do better to teach humans what it means to be human in humanity on the educational system. We need to start teaching more wisdoms to people, more about the world around them, how the entire system works, not just the political system. Nope, political propaganda schemes. I'm talking about the actual world. When you're talking to another human, how do you talk to them? When you're going through the streets and you're polluting and you're littering, what is that actually doing? Why do we ask you to pick that up? Actually, what it means to be human. Your house, your work. Why do we work? Why do we work? Do you know? Why do we work? Is it just for money? Are we just chasing bills? I don't think it is. And I want to really focus on that for the educational system and the businesses around it. Anyways, I actually exceeded the 10-minute mark. I really appreciate you guys spending some time listening to this. I really invite discussion. I invite you to talk about these things, to throw in ideas, to throw in things that you really want to see, throw in criticisms or things that you really contrast with what I have to say. That's really important. I think that that's a really core value in this, is being able to communicate and being able to see that opposition and being able to talk about these things. Not everybody's going to agree with me. I'm not going to agree with everybody. But it's going to be really important that we bridge communication on these things so we can all come to that middle ground. So we can all come out this and strive together. Thank you so much for your time. If you liked it, give it a share. Otherwise, well, I look forward to seeing you again.